Okay, guys. Now we want to look at solving a system by using the elimination method. When I want to use the elimination method, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for two variables that are opposite each other. So when I look at question 17, do I have any variables that are above each other that are opposite? Like if I look with the y's, there's a 1y and a negative 6y. They're not opposite each other. But then if I look at the x's, I have a negative 1x and I have a positive 1x. So that means that I can eliminate the x values because of that. And the way I do that is I just add down. Negative 1x plus x is 0x. 1 plus negative 6 gets me negative 5y. 8 plus 2 gets me 10. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 5, and I get y to be negative 2. So then, if I know what y is, I could find x by just plugging it into one of the equations. So I know x minus 6y equals 2. If I do x minus 6 times negative 2, that's going to equal positive 2. So x plus 12 equals 2. So you get x to be negative 10. If I plug it in, it should work. I'm doing negative of negative 10 plus negative 2, that should equal 8. 10 plus negative 2 gives me 8. So it checks. So if I look at this set of questions here, I have x's and I have y's, and none of them are opposite. So I already have, I'm looking at the x's and y's, and what can I multiply one or both the equations by to make them opposites? If I look at the x's, I have a negative 16 and an 8. Is there anything that I can multiply 8 by to make it close to the opposite of negative 16? And I think if I multiply it by 2, I get positive 16, which is the opposite of negative 16. So we multiply the top equation by 2. So I still have negative 16x minus 10y equals 30. Multiply 2 times everything. So 2 times 8 gets me 16x. 2 times negative 8 gets me negative 16y. 2 times 24 equals 48. So the x's are now opposite. They cancel. Negative 10 plus negative 16 is negative 26y. And then 30 plus 48 gets me 78. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 26. And I get y to be negative 3. So once I know y, I want to find out what x is, so I'll plug it into any of the equations. I'll plug it into the second equation, so I have 8x minus 8y equals 24. So I have 8x minus 8 times negative 3 equals 24. So I have 8x plus 24 equals 24. Subtract 24. I get 8x to equal 0, so x is 0. So if I plug in the first equation, it should check out. If I do negative 16 times 0 minus 10 times negative 3, it should equal 30. So 0 plus 30 equals 30, so it checks out. And then let's look at question number 21. In this case, I don't have anything that's opposite. So I'm going to have to multiply both the equations by something. And if I look I can either eliminate the x's or y's. I already have a negative 7x and I have a positive 3x. So really I have to multiply both equations by a positive number to make them opposite. So what does 7 and 3 both go into? It looks like they both go into 21. So if I multiply the bottom equation by 7, I will get positive 21. And if I multiply the top equation by 3, I will get negative 21. So I would end up with negative 21x minus 12y equals negative 48. If I do the bottom one, I get 21x minus 21y equals negative 84. If I add down, I get negative 33y because the x's cancel, and then negative 48 gets me negative 132. And if I divide both sides by negative 33, I get y to be positive 4. So I know y is positive 4, so I just have to find out what x is. Just plug in one of them. Let's look at the first one. So I got negative 7x minus 4 times 4 equals negative 16. I get negative 7x minus 16 equals negative 16. Add 16 to both sides. I get negative 7x equals 0 and x to be 0. So if I plug it in to the bottom one, I should get it to check. 3 times 0 minus 3 times negative 5 times positive 4 should equal negative 12. Negative 12, 0 gives me negative 12, so it checks. I'm going to ask you guys to try the next few for me, and we'll talk about them. We'll talk about the answer. Thanks.